Hello and welcome to another InventRight.com YouTube show. My name is Andrew Krause. I am the co-founder. And today we're going to talk about provisional patent applications and why they are only half your protection. Yes, only half your protection. Andrew, I thought provisional patents protected me. What's my other half? Well, I'm going to tell you, okay? So it's something that our students do, and it's something that really, really works. So first off, let's talk about, so I can tease you a little bit, before I talk about what the other half of the protection is, let's talk about the fact that most companies don't want to rip you off. They don't want that liability. They just don't. There are some unethical companies out there, but think about it. You're gathered around the corporate boardroom table and you're all talking about how you're going to rip this little inventor off. Well, there are some companies that might do that, but most companies won't. But let's say Sally's talking to an inventor and she's a marketing manager. She goes to Bob, the unethical CEO, and says, Bob, I think we should license this product from this inventor. I think it's a good product. I think it can sell well. And Bob's like, why should we pay this guy? You know, I think we could just get around it and blah, blah, blah. And she might say, you know, this person's not like that inventor from a year ago where we really liked the product, where we could just get right around him. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. This inventor is asking smart questions, asking these questions. Well, and she might say, well, you know what? I think the smart thing to do in this case would be to either license it from the inventor or move on. I think it's too much liability. This person knows what they're doing. So the other half of the protection is conducting yourself professionally. You don't need to be slick. You don't need to come across as a captain of industry or any of that. So when I say conduct yourself professionally, it's as simple as asking a few smart questions when you get interest from a company and when you're having conversations with them, so you separate yourself from 90% of the other inventors that send them ideas. That's what our students do. And that's why our students aren't getting knocked off. They don't get knocked off by companies that they're showing to, you know. So, and I think it's like, I'm going to guess 3 or 4% of companies might fall into that space. So in addition, don't think like, oh, patents, I just file a patent or just file a provisional and that's done. Like nobody can touch me. That's my kryptonite or whatever. No, it's not true. Conducting yourself professionally gives them doubt that they want to mess with you. You don't need to come across as this big company or as a captain of industry or super sharp. But when you ask these smart questions, they will think like, oh, this person knows what they're doing. Most inventors don't. And they do, so they don't want to mess with you. Now, it'll happen one day. One of our students will get knocked off by a potential licensee, but because you can't have 100% assurance of anything in life, right? But it dramatically reduces the chances that that might happen by asking a few smart questions, okay? So, you know, and so this is something that you absolutely have to do. We don't have time in this video to go into what those questions are because there's a lot of them, and there's a lot that we guide our students in how you conduct yourself during the first call, during follow-up calls, all that sort of thing, via email too. Very, very important. Not getting on the phone with a company is a big mistake. When they hear you asking a smart question with confidence, you know, just the fact that you're asking it, they realize you're a real person. Otherwise, you're just kind of an email. Like you're just this fictional inventor character that's sending them emails. It's really important. That's a big tip right there on conducting yourself professionally. That when you get initial interest, that you talk to them as soon as possible so you establish some rapport. And that's another tip at acting professional, establishing rapport. And I know these days a lot of people through social media and email, like they never talk to people. That's ridiculous. That's not how you're going to close a licensing deal. You need to get on the phone with them and establish some rapport. It'll reduce the chances that they knock you off. Now, if they're unethical, they'll see that you're asking smart questions and that you see that you have confidence in asking those questions. I mean, you could kind of fumble over your words. You don't need to have this big, deep voice. You don't need, the call doesn't need to go perfectly, but you just ask smart questions about their business and about what they like about the product and stuff. And most inventors are just so happy that they got any interest at all, that they're like waiting for the company to tell them what to do. And one of the big things that we teach our students is that most of it's dependent on you pushing it out to them and getting them to go this direction or that direction just by the questions you ask. You're directing the conversation. They'll feel that. They won't say it, oh, you're so smart and professional, but they will feel like, oh, this person's not in charge, but this person is my equal. They're not down here, you know, they're my equal because they might feel even like if that marketing manager hasn't done a licensing deal before, but the company's done 10, like, oh, this person's kind of really helpful. He's helping me think this through. So, because not all marketing managers have done licensing deals before, even though the company's done 10 deals. So when you kind of help them and make it simple for them to think it through, you're acting professional and they don't see you as somebody to take advantage of this. So there's a few extra tips. So anyway, realize that the provisional patent is only half, do that half, karate chop half, the protection. The other half is conducting yourself professionally. So make sure you do that. Take care, keep inventing, and we'll catch up with you next time. See ya, bye.
Hi, this is Stephen Key, and I just want to thank you for watching InventRight TV. We're here to save you time, save you money, and show you how you can bring your products to market through licensing. So please subscribe down below, click on the button, and tell your friends. Thank you.